Good evening, everyone.
Howdy doody.
Yeah, so I hope this says one watching on Facebook and 4 watching on YouTube. Hi, Tracy. How are you?
Hello, Tracy.
Missed these intros. What?
Missed it with ads.
Oh, so yeah, so I am streaming to Facebook as well. So yeah, let me just put comments up.
I'm with it. Good.
Hey, DJ Ian Val's in as well. And Ian. Yeah. So yes, Chris paid for the StreamYards, so we don't get Facebook user howdy there. So yeah, trains with Mark Stone. Yeah, I'm a lot better, Val. I'm slowly getting there. It's the tiredness at the moment that's getting to me. So yeah, let me just have
a look. Tracy.
Adrian says hello as well in the. It's all right. I'm trying to watch the live stream.
Oh, yeah, I've got it on. Facebook.
Yeah, so I've got it on as well. But yeah. Okie dokie then, Ian. I'm glad you're coming. I watch on Facebook Live and names don't pop up on YouTube. Oh, okie dokie then.
Is he going?
No, he just says he's watching it on.
I see both they do my normal and bugger off.
Yeah, and Chris, that's got to be a first multitasking. So yeah, so I can do live on Facebook and YouTube same time. It's good. It is. Chris paid for basically the monthly package. I were a bit sort of nervous about doing it on Facebook itself. So I thought, well, I'll just you know, do a trial run in the Facebook group that I've got. So yeah, I were a little bit nervous about doing both, if I'm honest. So yeah, and here I am. Yeah, well, if you pay for this monthly subscription on StreamYard, obviously I've got Shutterday logo and I've got my own logo, but you can stream to several destinations all at once.
Oh, I feel peckish.
Hi, I'm Jan. How are you?
Hi, I'm Jan. I'm Adrian on Facebook.
So yeah, so Chris is just getting the muffin.
Getting a muffin. Stop pointing at me,
So yeah, the muffins / cupcakes that I made last night went down a storm. Callum says, "I'll be surprised if oh, hope you both well." Who is this, by the way? It just says Facebook user. I have been better. Get me a muffin too.
You know. Muffin man. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Watch
your eggs don't fall off.
They'll not fall off.
Stay like that all stream now.
It says it's Adrian, I think.
It's Adrian.
Because send me 5 muffins. You'll be lucky if there's 5 left, Mark.
There is actually.
It only made 12 muffins. And Callum's had 2.
I've had 2.
Yeah, Chris has had 2 and I've had 2. Yeah. I sort of got a little bit of a compliment. He says, "You're making me hungry."
Yeah.
So yeah, Callum made a comment earlier on, and he says, Mum, he says, I just want you to know, he says, that your baking is getting me through lockdown. So I am good for some things, you know. So basically, he sort of paid me a compliment, and then in next breath he says, "Well, I can't see them being here tomorrow." You know, basically saying that they'll all be gone. So yeah, I made them on last night's live stream, Val. Like last night and to next week, I'm doing like the Easter theme. So so yeah, Callum's all right. Yeah, he's actually in college tomorrow. Hugs from across the pond. Who is it, by the way? Oh dear. But yeah. They're doing it like there's so many in first thing in morning, and then there's so many in afternoon. He's one of the ones that's in the afternoon. So I know sort of I put the ground rules and no mention of the, thing, but yeah, I did a test for him tonight because he came home with some own testing kits. So I've done him a test before he actually goes in college tomorrow. You do have to go on the NHS app and report.
Mark's jealous.
So yeah, so it got to do it actually before going in college tomorrow. So I've done it tonight. Everything were, okay. So, you have to scan this QR code and put your name and address in and everything. And pickled purple veg. What? Trains with Mark Stone says, Pixie's channel, send me all the muffins and you can have my channel. He's got enough on Mark. He's got 3. So I think that's quite enough.
Channel more muffins. Channel more muffins. Muffins wins every time. I'm sorry, Mark.
Beetroot. Because I had to laugh at Wakey when I set up to go in the in the Facebook group. It says, if you ban beetroot, I'm off. Says, well, luckily, beetroot's a lad.
No, it's not. I'll ban it.
So yeah, you can mention beetroot till the cars come home, Wake, if you want. Yeah, I'll gift you all my channels for 6 muffins. Oh dear.
Huh?
Val says she got her first shot. I won't say what for, made me sick for a week. Me and Chris have both had it. No side effects. And I saw that comment on Facebook earlier. But yeah, but I just wanted to update you, let you know that he's done a self-testing kit and everything. It's not compulsory, but it's like they won't allow him in college until he's done it, if that makes sense. Are you undercover, law? What? Who?
He does talk in riddles,
Yeah,
that boy.
who's undercover? So yeah. So there's 3 in the box, and basically, obviously the college. Well, is in college tomorrow, and that's it for 2 weeks. So his next one not be till they go back on the Monday. So, but in order for him actually to physically go into college, he's got to have these tests.
Oh, Adrian says Facebook is working perfectly.
Oh,
He's going for now, though.
oh, okie dokie. So,
Harry James Fesler, give Chris a pinch.
oh
That's not nice, Harry.
dear. Well, I can't, unless I've got very long arms, Harry, I can't pinch him because he's right over the other side of the room. Yes, yes.
We're back with it.
Yeah. I could download it, actually, Wakey, and show everybody if you want me to do so. So, you know, I mean, it's up to you. You know, it's...
Oh, yes, Markstone Limited and trades with Markstone.
So, yeah, so with your permission, Wakey, because I thought it was fantastic, I've still got the message. I can download it and I can show Mark's still on about muffins.
Muffins, please.
Well, I tell you what, Mark, once all this crap's all over, I'll make you some Mars about that.
Then I'll eat them.
Can't say they're going to be as fancy as the ones I made last night. Yeah, I call him a genius, Val, because that's what he is. So, you know. So yeah. Once all this is over, I will personally. He says, "I love you." I don't think our Adam would be too pleased about that. But yeah, I know what you mean. It's only like he made me one so great. He's done all mine. The one that I put on before, Val. I do have another one that I can show you. It's fantastic.
Bell says, "Hey now" on Facebook.
Oh right, it's 3. I can show you another one that he made me. Well, he's made me loads, but this one I particularly like because it's so me, if that makes sense. So I'll just play this intro. I don't know whether Wakey wants me to download and send him. This is another one that Steve did me, and I fell in love with it as soon as I see it. I'll just play it you quickly. So yeah, so that was done by Steve, and I particularly love that one. So yeah, yeah. So you will have to make them in the closet so Pixie won't eat them. Wakey says, need to look in your address on route planner for some lemon drizzle. I hadn't made lemon drizzle for ages. You know, how's he doing? I haven't seen him in a while. Well, he hadn't been in for a couple of days, but he was saying something about he'd had a stent fitted or something to that effect, and he'd got to go and have another one done. So yeah, so that so yeah, so that was Steve's intro. You know, I call him a genius because he's good at what he does. Hiya, Steve. How are you? Yeah, we were just talking about you, Steve.
I'll do it, Steve.
So, yeah, Wakey absolutely 100% loves the intro that you did.
Oh, Mel likes your intro on Facebook.
Oh, thank you, Mel. I like that new intro, Mrs. P. It's got 5.
5 channels. How many
Yeah.
Chris, I haven't forgotten you, sir. Don't
No,
worry.
you're way down on the pecking order, dear.
I'm about 50, I think you.
Yeah. But yeah, I tell you what I'll do. I mean, Wakey said if I can download that because he sent it me via Messenger. Now, I think it's awesome because Wakey asked him something that was a bit out his comfort zone. The logo on Facebook and everything is like a blue alien. Now, I did say to Steve, can you animate that blue alien? So he says, I'll see what I can do, you know, but it's come through. It's come through. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think it is anyway. And, you know, I think it's worthy of showing it on a live stream because it is, I'm basically, you know, I can't reiterate how fantastic it is. So it is very, and Paul's exact comments were, Steve, Essex is a star.
Bell's been YouTube now.
Oh, so he swapped over from.
Yeah, he said, let me swap over.
So I'm just downloading it and I will show it you. You know, rather than.
Awesome intro. Hopefully you keep it. This is the.
What do you mean keep it? Oh yeah, the damn. It did make me another one, but it's like I thought that were very apt for me. The you know, the diamonds, and so I think it's because I've got all these tabs open. It's going a bit slowly. Yeah. So basically, what I'll do is I'm going to close everything down, and then I'll show it you. So if I'm sort of not, you know, keeping abreast with everything, it's because I'm, as Chris says, trying to multitask. So so yeah, having another stent. Oh, I thought it was today, Steve. He says he's having another stent put in tomorrow. Oh, so yeah. So I am Mel. How are you? So yeah, I'm just going to show you the intro that I did for Wakey. So I mean, I'm sure once you see it, you'll agree with me. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic. You know, it's one of these things. Can you do it for me? And it's pulled it out of bag basically. So it's just coming up like as a video, but I'm sure it'll work anyway. But you see, the one with the diamonds and everything on it, you see, I always sort of name them in me, you know, wherever they go. So the one with the butterflies that I played first, I put new intro, and then the one with the diamonds, I put posh intro because I think it's. Anyway, without further ado, I'm just going to play you what Steve did for Wakey. So there you go. Don't you think that's fantastic? I do, to be honest with you. I think it's oh yeah, his new piano. I forgot that was coming yesterday. It's awesome, but I can't even get in. Oh, well, that's it. You've got a lot on your mind, haven't you, Steve? Yeah, you know, Wakey said, can you animate my blue alien? He's pulled it out of the bag. No ifs and buts about it. I saw it. I thought, wow, that's fantastic. You know what I mean? I thought it was, yeah, I thought it was fantastic. So yeah, you know, I mean, Steve don't get the credit that he should do, let's say. So I urge everyone. Oh, new music coming soon. This will be some of my best yet. So yeah, you know, yes, the hospital thing is making me crazy. But think on it on another level, Steve. Once all this is done, you've got to you can't say look forward to, but you know, it's the next step towards your lung transplant, let's just say. But yeah, I urge everybody and the mother, in fact. Oh, thank you, Val.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I urge everybody and the mother to go and subscribe to Steve. Incredible man. Yeah. Trust you.
That's going crazy.
Yeah, he says, don't forget to put your pants on when you go to the hospital, Steve. So yeah, so thank you very much, Val. I do appreciate it. I appreciate every single one. Yeah, that is the link. I think Wakey's put the link in for Steve's channel. Yeah, everybody.
Yes, go subscribe.
Yeah, go and subscribe to Steve. His music, his intros, his outros, logos, you name it. You know, is the bee's knees. Yeah, is it fantastic, genius? You know, all of the above. Oh, Tracy's got to go for another scan. Oh dear. I think that's a TMI moment, Steve. No, they make me take them off there. They shaved me last week. I don't mean to sound crass, Steve, but I don't think you mean that sort of shaving.
A short back and side, Steve.
Yeah, not on his chinny chin chin either. Oh dear, I've got to wipe my eyes. As soon as I start laughing, my eyes start running. Wakey says, I hope they wash the hands. Oh dear me. That did make me laugh, Steve. Even though it were a bit, you know, TMI moment sort of thing. Oh dear. Yeah, exactly. Jad, we do like a good laugh, but yeah, even Chris is like Mark says, please, I end up making a puddle on the floor. Hey up, I'll be right there with you, Mark. Oh dear, if I laugh too much, I have a little accident. But yeah, you know, I can't. Who's saying hello? It says Facebook user. So it's only just, it's coming up as Facebook user. I can't see who's commenting or what, but yeah, you know, that's what we're here for, and that's why I call it Whatever Wednesday. You know, whatever sort of direction the chat takes, you know what I mean. It says it's been drinking. Steve, stop it. We're supposed to be cheering you up, not making us laugh. Do you see what I put? I didn't have to bend over and cough. but it says on the StreamYard thing, there's only 2 watching on Facebook, but on the Facebook Live, it says 4. So yeah, we're supposed to be here to cheer you up, Steve, not other way round. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's one thing I'm glad that us women don't have to go through. Yeah, we have to go through everything else, but that is one thing that we don't. Oh, it was George. You see, all it does, George, it comes up as Facebook user. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's confusing to know who it is, because I only did it to the group. Basically for the fact I was a bit nervous about it. So yeah, so I says to Chris, I says, well, basically, if everything goes all right, Facebook and YouTube different. Like, no, it's broadcasting what I'm doing now, but it's broadcasting it to Facebook to the group.
You can have, on the plan that we've got, I think it's 3 locations.
Yeah,
you can broadcast
you can broadcast it to several locations.
Yeah. But if you go with the professional plan, which is a little bit more money, obviously, I think it's unlimited locations. What's
right? Well, you see, the plan that me and Chris have gone with, it's basically you get shut of the logo, that corner. I put my own. Just try to. I put that's my own logo in the corner. You get shut of the StreamYards logo, plus you can stream to I think Chris says 3 locations, plus on the free plan you're allowed up to 20 hours.
Oh, it is, George, yes.
So basically, with the monthly plan, you can stream however long you want. If I wanted to go on for 24 hours, I could do, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, plus you can have up to 10 participants, like on the panel. So it's worth it, I think.
Yeah. I think you have all your goodies.
Yeah, plus you can sort of upload video clips from wherever.
You can do the share page from the internet. Yeah,
you can sort of copy and paste from internet and actually share videos to that. That's basically what Chris has been doing on a Friday.
With things for Wakers intros. Ooh, how many has he got?
Oh, so yeah, I mean, in American dollars, I think it's $20. So I don't know what that was. I think it were about £14, I think.
Something like that.
Like English pounds, if you know what I mean. But same as Chris says, it weren't fair, like upgrading his plan and not upgrading mine. So we did both. So I'm just going to have a slurp of my coffee. Not quite literally. So, you don't have to worry about having the whole amount because they do it on a monthly basis with the pound. I'm going to try get the nurse to take a pic of me in my hospital robe pulled up and hold a sign up that reads, "Welcome to the picture show for Chris."
Cheers, pal.
Oh, dear me. Oh dear. Oh, that's just Steve's sense of humour, that is. But on this live on Facebook, it says nobody's watching.
I'll come out of there now, you see. So.
Oh, pardon me. He will leave you in stitches. So that is that the Pixie News snippet then? Hi Lisa, how are you?
Hello, Lisa.
So is that the what Pixie News? You know, is that the snippet of news that he's got to play on Friday then?
I still ain't got none for that yet.
Yeah, I'm sure I can find you something. It were me that actually found the goat story last week.
Yeah.
And I says to Chris, I says, it's just like a not a comedy, yeah, because it's really serious news, and it were on ITV News, but you know, it just thought I'll brighten everybody's day up with this goat story, you know what I mean, that were roaming about in Llandudno in Wales. So I actually come across that news story and I thought, hey, this would be good for Chris's news article. So I've got to troll the internet and find some good news stories for him. Hiya, Gordo, how are you?
Hello, Gordo.
So yeah, so I've got to get my thinking cap on and troll the internet for a good news story for him. And it's not Steve in his robe.
No. Definitely not. How, Gordo? Where's my do gone?
You've probably been typing that fast that you.
I did.
Yeah.
My phone.
But so yeah, it were.
Did you win that stuff on eBay?
Did you win your records? Tracy's put Gorgo.
Gordo.
So yeah, did has it finished yet, the eBay auction thing? Is it? So yeah, I've got to look for some interesting stories for Chris to put on his news channel, his news thing this week on Friday. Oh, he's won them all. Yay. See you again, Val. Thank you very much for the donation, and thank you very much for coming into the live stream. I appreciate it. I brought an old Bedford lorry and sold it for double money. Ooh. She's just put her glasses on. Hey up, Tracy. Without my glasses, I'm as blind as a bat. Wakey, I think I will put your alien in a spaceship this time. Ooh. Oh dear. But as you can probably, a couple I had to pay a bit more for, but in the end it's evened itself out, yeah. But the fact of the matter is, it's old-fashioned vinyl, and Mark says he's blind when he's got glasses on. Mark, without my glasses, I'm as blind as a bat. Chris will tell you. Chris always takes his phone to bed with him. Now I don't, because I'm a light sleeper and I don't want my phone beeping and buzzing and whatever at all hours. But Chris takes his to bed with him. Now he'll see something on his phone and he'll look. Oh look, yeah, and I can't see what I'm looking at. You'll have to explain what I'm supposed to be looking at, because without my glasses, I'm as blind as a bat. Last thing I take off at night, and first thing I put on in the morning. So, but the thing is, Chris and Callum have both had to wear glasses from a very young age. Now, mine's come with old age, let's just say. Diabetes eye test for me on Friday. Hate those eye drops. Callum used to hate them as well, Wakey, so you're not on your own. I have trouble with long distance, Tracy. I can't see things, you know, but as I've got on a bit, my eyesight's got worse, and I went from sort of just having glasses for reading and watching telly, and then I go back to opticians and they said, well, your eyesight's deteriorated, you need a stronger prescription. So as time went on, I got to the stage where when I had my eyes tested, she says, I think it's time now that you had, you know, you wore them all the time, because these is what I've got, are varifocals. Now, if nobody knows what varifocals are, they're like the old-fashioned bifocals, you know, them with lines on, where you sort of look down. It's like 2 prescriptions in one, because I have to have them. Is it long-sighted? I don't know.
Long-sighted is where you can't see short. Short-sighted is where you can't see.
Yeah, well, anyway, I'm short-sighted, but it's like 2 prescriptions in one. It's like reading glasses and normal glasses. So, but a lot of people say that they can't do it, varifocals, it gives them headaches, and they can't sort of, because how can I explain it? The initial when you first, you can't sort of gauge, like, you know, when you're walking up to a pavement and you can't gauge how far that pavement is away from you. So they do take a lot of getting used to. But I've had varifocals for about 4 or 5 years now, isn't it? Something like that. And I won't have any other glasses. Now, you see, when we all go and have his eyes tested at the same time. Now, Chris, he had 2 pairs, because you like bought, well, we don't buy them because we're on universal credits, but anyway, it were.
Is it varifocals you have?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I want, not bifocals.
Yeah. Gordo says I wear bifocals. Okie dokie then. Marky says I'm just painting my bikes. I'll be watching. But yeah, Chris has got 2 separate pair, one for reading and one for driving, etc. So we were talking about it. He tried mine on, obviously, you know, mine's a different prescription altogether to Chris's. And he says, I think I might try a pair of varifocals next time when we go to opticians. And I says, well, they're not for everybody. I mean, his sister had varifocals and she ended up going back to them and saying, well, I can't get on with them, you know, blah, 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 blah. And if you do have it, no more sweets and that such, yeah. So, yeah. So he says next time we go to opticians, he's going to ask if he can have a varifocal, you know, prescription. But the only thing is, yeah, I've just seen notification come up. When last time we went all together. In less than a week, Chris had got his glasses. I had to wait 2 weeks because of the fact that they're varifocals. So you know, it does take a bit longer, let's just say, than normal, for the fact that it's like 2 prescriptions in one. They've got to make the lenses specially, blah 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 blah, you know, all this crap. So Well, they don't want me to go into too much detail, but yeah.
Very technical stuff, Mrs. P. Oh, I thought from this door.
But yeah, you know, I won't be with Aunt mine now. You know, to me, they're just normal glasses. I can't tell the difference between mine and a normal pair of glasses for the fact that anyone know any good thing to get rid of rust?
Coke.
I'm
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola, Chris says.
Yeah, that's not joking.
Yeah, Chris says Coca-Cola, Mark. I mean,
that, mate.
There's several different acts out there on YouTube and whatever. You know, if you just type it into Google, it'll say, you know, best thing to get shut of rust is this, blah blah. You know.
WD-40 and Coke.
What's Steve on about? Stones, 320 or 24. I don't know. Disc elbow grease. It says it don't get rid of most rust.
No.
Oh, that's the thing as well.
Ooh.
More on the news front. Well, not really. I mean, it's interesting. Not in that interesting. But if you remember, in the very first pandemic, there were shortages of flour, and basically all I did was go on Amazon and I bought a 16-kilogram bag, right? Anyway, it's lasted me a year, so I ordered another bag. So it's not
and it's come today.
Yeah. Anyway, it did say between 4th and 7th of April, but it come today. So I've got another 16-kilogram bag. I've used more plain flour than I have self-raising. I bought a bag of plain and I bought a bag of self-raising, both 16 kilogram. I'm not kidding you. For the price of it, it's well worth it because it's lasted me a year. And you know what baking I do. So yeah, so it's well worth it. I know it's sort of a lot of money. I think it's about £18 now, but it's well worth it if it lasts you a year and you like me baking all the time. So so yeah, so that come today. So yeah, so I'm stocked up for another year now. So
you've still got some other flour, haven't you? About half a bag full.
The self-raising, I've still got like that much in my bag, so I'm all right for self-raising at the moment. It was just my plain flour that I were running very low on. So you know, there's 16 kilos in it, and it's well worth the money. You know, it's lasted me a year. And what I do is when you open it, I just like roll over top and, you know, so it's look like airtight and, you know, there's no foreign bodies going in it or anything. I don't leave it you know, I make sure it's tightly sealed and everything. So, yeah, so it's, I think it's worth it anyway. You know, if you do a lot of baking, then, you know, it's worth the money. I know sort of since first lockdown, we had sort of ordering or whatever, but same as I said to Chris, it's there. I don't have to might order one. Yeah, Tracy, you know, it's lasted me a year. And you know how much baking I do. So it's well worth it. You know, I don't have to think, well, am I running it? Because you see, beforehand, I used to, every time I had shopping delivered, I probably used to order either 2 or 3 every time a shopping come. Now, I need a new camera for a rally show in Cromford in July and August. Any good cheap cameras, please? Anyone selling one?
Did I buy for 150 quid?
That's not cheap. But action
with
cam.
3 lenses.
But yeah.
Oh, action camera. Oh.
So yeah, you know, I mean, if you're like me, I've got it on hand. If I sort of think to myself, on spur at moment, I want to do some baking. I know it's there. I know I've got it. You know, yeah, we haven't had like the shortage like we did in the first lockdown. But it's just the convenience of having it. Hiya, Dolores.
Hello, Dolores.
I had cataract surgery on both my eyes within the last 2 months, still having some issues with blurriness. Surgeon said surgery went well, but I have swelling behind my retinas. Oh dear. I hope you feel better soon, Dolores. Wakey says, have you given up spying on the neighbours then, Pixie? I'm going away, but using lots of drops. See him next week. I'm sure it's just like a time thing, Dolores. You know, I mean, I was saying on, I think it was Monday night's live stream, just before my mum died, she was supposed to be having cataract surgery, and she started going into very, how can I put it? Very detailed how they did it. And that's one thing, is the eyes. You know, once she started saying, oh, they put this needle in your eye, I went, no, stop right there. I don't want to know, you know. Yeah. I mean, not to cut her off in the tracks or anything, but when she mentioned putting needles in your eyes, that were it. No, I don't want to know. Just gonna have it done. You know, I'll come see you in hospital, blah, 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 you know, but she never got that far because she died of cancer. But yeah, as soon as she mentioned, you know, in eyes, that were it. But you know, we all have a sort of things that we don't like. I mean, Chris don't like vomit, so you know, vomit and whatever I can deal with. It's just poking about with people's eyes, you know. No, it's not for me. But yeah, I you know, I hope you feel better soon, and you know. My mate had laser, still has to wear glasses. Well, I thought having laser surgery were meant to cut all that out, Wakey, you know what I mean? That's another thing. You know, I'd sooner wear glasses, I'd sooner wear contact lenses than have my eyes operated on. I'm sorry. If I go blind, I go blind. But no, that's one thing. Damn it, I thought I was getting lucky with an eye rub later. Yeah, I could punch you in it.
Like I say, like
Yeah.
that. Sharpen your fingers up.
Yeah. Straight in his eyes. That'll make your eyes water and make your vision blurry for a bit. But yeah, that's, you know. But having said that, you know, if Chris or Callum's had any problems like conjunctivitis or anything like that, I've put drops in for them.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, like when you're expecting it, but it drops in your eyes and you're not expecting it, it even makes me jump. You know, just for the fact that, yeah, I'm doing what you know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't know. It's just a thing I've got about eyes. Oh dear. Wakey's put her
No, I can't do it.
I see that coming. But yeah, you know what I mean. It's not. I can't say it's a phobia because it's not. It's just I don't like seeing poking about with people's eyes. You know, it's just a thing that I've got. You know what I mean. Oh, this is a question to Tracy, and I meant to ask her last night, and I forgot. Did Johnny go to the nurse about his ear? I don't know whether she's still in or not, but Johnny were having trouble with his ears on Monday. You know, the riots that happened the other day, there's a news article with one of the protesters complaining about being pepper sprayed. Ha! That should be at least to his worries. Oh, if that had been me, Gordo, there'd have plastic bullets and all sorts. Them bean bags that they shoot out, you know. No, he didn't go. Is it better then, Tracy? Or because he said he thought it might be end of a cotton bud in his ear, and I says, well, go and get it sorted, because the longer you leave it, you know, it could permanently damage his ears. But okie dokie then, Mark. So yeah, I mean, Chris knows that of all people. He had ear infection after ear infection after ear infection when he was little, and he's only got 40% hearing in one ear. So, you know, your ears are important. So I urged him to go and get it sorted. Exactly, Gordo. Okie dokie then, Mark.
Does he go in?
No, he says he'll be back in 10. But Dolores says, how is the pandemic over there? It's same.
Do it with all this channel. You only have to do it with one.
So yeah, it's same old, really. I mean, we're still sort of officially in lockdown. But they're sort of like doing a map of, you know, slowly things is
going to reach certain criteria, though, aren't it?
Yeah. Oh, I should spray protesters with KY jelly. Let's see how fast they can run then. Well, yeah, I that don't surprise me, Gordo, because you know,
the lady who
yeah,
got pepper sprayed.
But yeah, it's sort of same old, but they sort of what they call a roadmap out of it. Certain places are going to be allowed to open up, and hairdressers and gyms, etc. But they're trying to do it slowly, if that makes sense. They have another protest planned for this week. Oh dear.
Well, that'll be good then.
But yeah, you know, it's
what's the protest about then?
It's this crime bill or something that they're trying to get through Parliament.
Oh.
So yeah, you know, they sort of slowly try, you know, like doing it in like a staggered process, slowly opening things up, and basically seeing how it goes as far as infection rates and everything. So you know, it's as the saying goes, slowly catch a monkey. They broke a protest up yesterday. Yes, yeah. I mean, I do put rules, because we had a bit of an hoo-ha a few weeks ago, Dolores, about the V word, and you know, not talking about that and not talking about the C19 and everything. But yes, they are in answer to your question, Dolores. But yeah, you know, we had a clash of opinions on one of my live streams between two of the people that are in the chat. I says, right, that's it. No more talking of the Jib Jab topic and no talking of the C19. You know, just for the fact that I don't like conflict. Okie dokie then, Amjad. I'll see you tomorrow's live stream. Amjad's going because he's got college tomorrow. After
going, is it?
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, it's sort of not common knowledge, but I do try to put it in description. You know, it were a difference of opinion by two people in the chat. Both of them are friends of mine and Chris's, and give him a kick up backside, Tracy. And tell him Jeanette says he's got to go, because he'll end up being definite. Taught Ronnie another trick this week. Took him a couple of minutes. Oh, that's good then. Oh, bless you. He says, I don't want to leave. But yeah, you know, I mean, you weren't to know, Dolores. So yeah, so we sort of move swiftly on from that subject, if you know what I mean. Oh dear. But anybody that knows me knows I don't like conflict. I did get upset about it, but that's just my personality. So yeah, you'll have to watch other half back tomorrow, Amjad, when you get in from college. So, and then after tomorrow, no, are you in? Yeah, you're in Friday. So after Friday, you'll be able to watch me for 2 weeks, all the way through. So, so what did you learn him then, Gordo? He's a clever dog, is that, Ronnie? You know, if it only took him 2 minutes to learn it. You know, you've got some dogs that you can teach till cars come home and they still don't get it. Nah, with Ronnie, he must be a genius. Little and had a hula hoop bought for her, so we got him jumping through the hula hoop. He thinks it's great fun. He'll be using it more than what she does. Oh dear, bless him.
Because we don't start spinning it, stand on 2 legs and spinning it round his hip.
But the thing is, it's not as if he's a small dog. He's like a black German Shepherd dog. So he's not the smallest of dogs. So to get him to jump through it, you know, I mean, that's sort of in itself, that's a good thing. But do you get little and stand there holding hula hoop and say, come on, Ronnie, jump through it? Who do you get to hula hoop while he's jumping through it?
Well, took it through hula hoop and shout, fetch!
But yeah.
We're teaching him nowadays. I can imagine that.
See, you've been framed.
Get it on YouTube, it go viral.
Oh, yeah.
Hula hoop, pink pooch.
I can just imagine Ronnie not going like that.
Next, it's going to be a skipping rope.
Trying to keep this hula hoop going. I've got to laugh about it.
I don't think of any good as well.
Now that would be a trick to see. He is too smart for his own good. Oh dear. But going back to like next week's live baking, we're making mini egg blondies. I can't wait. It was that sort of loving these muffins / cupcakes. He says, "Oh, I can't wait till next week." so he's sort of envisioning the baking live stream even before it, I've had time to spit or anything. He can't wait for next thing. Oh, we bought him a bigger one for him to make it a bit easier. Well, that were my thoughts. I thought, well, them hula hoops aren't all that big. And with size of Ronnie, I mean, I know what how big he is. I thought, well, that's going to be a tight squeeze in trying to get through this hula hoop. But yeah, you've just answered my next question, Gordo. But yeah, if it's anything to do with chocolate, Callum's there and he's on it like a carb on it. You know what I mean? If it involved chocolate, he's there. So yeah, he sort of, he wants next Tuesday to hurry up and come so I can, we can taste test these. Blondie has gone right down to 5 now. But it's like everything else. Some dogs are easier to train than others.
I'm still looking at that side to donkey. It's some of that.
You know what I mean? It's the fact that I think, obviously, we being a German Shepherd dog, I mean, the police use them a lot of the time because of how intelligent they are and how quick they are on the uptake at training. You know what I mean? That's one of the reasons why predominantly the police use German Shepherds. So, is that Benny scratching at door? It's amazing what he will do for a biscuit. Yeah, definitely Callum, Gordo. I'm not so sure about Pixie. So, yeah. Callum will do anything for chocolate. Because, I went to B&M today and I was bar of chocolate. It was mini eggs, big bar chocolate. I was thinking, whoa, wouldn't, okay. Oh. I don't really know. Basically, with I draw the line at tickling his belly. You see, the recipe actually calls for mini eggs chopped up. Now, I was thinking, as you do, like last night, because I couldn't sleep, I was thinking, now, I kind of break them up without them going all over it, Shannon. Because you hang on a minute. I've ordered 6 bags with my shopping because you need 200 grams of mini eggs, roughly chopped, for the actual blondie mixture. And then for the topping, 200 grams of white chocolate and 150 grams of mini eggs, roughly chopped. So I thought to myself, I sat there thinking, as you do, now I kind of roughly chop them without them going all over it, Shan. So I thought I might put them in my food processor. Oh, I thought I might put them in the freezer bag and then smash them with a mallet. Well, yeah, but I've also got a food processor, Wakey, and it's got a pulse feature on it. So it's not exactly going 10 to dozen, but I thought put them on just give them a quick pulse until I get then they're broken up, but it does say roughly chopped. German Shepherds are the 3rd most intelligent dog breed. Number 1 collie, number 2 poodle. Oh, but yeah, I thought chuck them in food processor and just put it like, because it's got like it's got 2 speed settings, but it's also put them in the freezer first. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, Wakey. Thanks for that. But yeah, I think I'll do that. But it's like they don't need to be pulverized. They just need to be, it says finely chopped. But yeah, that's a good idea. And with this like pulse feature that I've got on my food processor, you can sort of break them up however big or small you want. So yeah, I might just do that to Wakey. But you see, the ones that I used last night, I said to Tracy, I tried cutting them up, and they were like just, you know, shooting all out, shan't you know what I mean? But they'd been in fridge, so I think they were a bit too hard. Oh, welcome back, Mark. So yeah, so I was thinking, now how can I break them up without sort of, you know, chopping them and going all out, shan't? I thought, yeah, I know, I could put them in food processor and use this pulse thing. So yeah, so I think I'll do that to wake it. I think I'll put them in freezer for a bit, and then put them in my food processor and put them on this like pulse setting, and basically you can get, you know, however small or however big. I mean, because you don't want them like crushing up into little bits, but you want them sort of decent chunks, if you know what I mean. So yeah, Wakey just said, Tracy, to put them in freezer, and then either that or, you know, Chris has got several hammers. I can always bash them with hammer. But I'll get what's it a try first. You know, I'll get. It's engrossed in something, Wakey. I don't know what it is. Oi! He says, speaking of pulses, best check Pixies. I haven't heard from him in a while. I don't know what he's watching or what you're doing.
Wrestling. I've got you on. I've got you on here. Don't worry.
Yeah, he's watching wrestling.
I can still hear it.
So yeah, I'm gonna give that one a go. If that, I shall just try one packet. Well, I'll weigh them all out. I'll just try a few in it first. If it don't have the desired effect, I'll just bash other ones with, you know, with a rolling pin or something. I think that's what I'll do. I'll get that food. Wake is missing me, bless him. And it says, Quacky is missing Mr. Bless him. But I translated anyway, because he does talk.
I've removed it and typed it again.
He does talk in code sometimes.
Yeah, at least mine makes sense, not like Wakey's.
But yeah, so thanks for that snippet of wisdom, Wakey. So yeah, so that was my only sort of dilemma. I do break them up, but I don't want to pulverizing. So yeah, after that, I don't know. I hadn't sort of decided yet what we're making week after that. I hadn't thought that far ahead. I don't think beyond tomorrow, to be honest with you. So, hey,
what?
Me? Oh, what we baking on live streams? You know, it's sort of spur of the moment. Oh, I think we'll make these this week. But I have sort of got some cookie. Oh, that were a thing. Glyn the gas man rung Chris after the live stream when we're talking about fudge. So I looked up a recipe and I was shouting these recipes out to him, and we've come across a white chocolate cherry fudge. So that's sort of one for the you know, one of the live streams. It's basically chuck everything in, condensed milk, white chocolate, use chocolate chips, by the way, condensed milk, whatever else, and basically chuck it in a tin and let it set. You know, that's as easy as it is. But you do have to use dried cherries. You can't use the, because I've got glacé cherries, but they no good because you have to use dried ones. So that's something sort of for a future live stream. White chocolate and cherry fudge. So there you go. As soon as he heard me shout out white chocolate and cherry, he said, that's the one, that's the one. Because they were on about it, if you remember, Tracy, on last night's live stream. Why white chocolate should be just as good with, yeah. But I was just shouting the recipes out, and I was saying, he was thinking more on the lines of like vanilla fudge, and I always sort of search recipes, fudge recipes, and basically I was shouting them out because they were on phone to Chris, and I come across this one and I said, oh, this one looks nice. White chocolate and cherry. So yeah, so that's one for like future. You know, that's one thing that we haven't made on the Baking Lives, but it's pretty simple to. It's pretty simple to knock up. Let's just say, can we source dried cherries? We'll see. I'm sure you'll be able to get them from somewhere. So yeah. Yeah, it's not to everybody's taste, but I thought it looked quite yummy. I think use what were it? You put some almond extract in it as well. Condensed milk, white chocolate, obviously dried cherries. And basically that's it, I think. Not what you thinking anyway. But yeah, so I'm sure it'll go down well with Tracy as well. So, you know, I also want to make them lemon and white chocolate truffles as well, because white chocolate and lemon is two of Chris's favourites. So basically, that's something else for a live stream as well. So yeah, you know, I mean, we always tend to go with either muffins, cookies, or tray bakes. And I thought, well, fudge, that's something different. And truffles, that's something else different. Organic dried sour cherries. Ooh. So we can get them on eBay. But yeah, I'm sure we'll be able to get them from somewhere, Wakey, but it's not going to be sort of it next, you know, it probably about 3 or 4 weeks down the line, I don't know. But it's something different than what we normally do. You know, it's either cookies, tray bakes, muffins, or cupcakes, or, you know, something like that. It not so much taking us out of his comfort zone, but it's something different. You know what I mean? Yeah, you probably not see end benefit, because obviously, you know, you have to put it in the fridge and let it set and everything before you cut it up into squares. Oh, okie dokie then, Wakey says, I think they do them in Sainsbury's. We'll have a look on Friday. But I know in Asda, well, in Big Asda, they do all sorts of dried fruits, you know, dates, everything more or less, dried apricots, you know, dried raspberries, you know, but I can't imagine why, you know, they can't do them in Asda. But if not, you know what I mean, we've got a Sainsbury's not far away anyway, so it's peanut butter spider cookies. Ooh, I'll have to do some research into that one more. But yeah, you know, we always seem to be doing either tray bakes, you know, that sort of thing, cookies or muffins, cupcakes, etc. I just want to sort of... I can't touch dates regular enough. Hi, Carla, by the way. But it's like these. I mean, my mum used to love dates, and yeah, just the sight of them turns my stomach. Dates. I don't know why. They've got no taste to them. They predominantly used to buy them at Christmas. But yeah, you know, come with like this great big plastic forky thing that you used to stick them with, and I'm thinking, how can you enjoy that? They're like shriveled up. Well, I'll say it. They look like shriveled up turds to me. But yeah, you know, it's something that I've never. I tried one once and that were it, you know, and the fact that they've got a great big stone in the middle. So yeah, I did try it once and I don't like it. No, dates is not for me. But yeah, I'm sure I'll be able to get some from somewhere wakey. You know, you're not telling me that recipes don't call for dried cherries, so I'll just have to source it, you know, Sainsbury's, Asda, Tesco, one of them's bound to do it, but it'll not be for a few weeks yet anyway. So we're just talking, Carla, about on a live stream in future doing some fudge. Now, Clean the Gas Man mentioned it, that he wanted me to try making some fudge. And Chris phoned to him last night, and I was like scrolling through these recipes. I says, "Oh, white chocolate and cherry, that sounds all right." And then, you know, he jumped on it straight away. Yeah, that's the one, white chocolate and cherry. So, yeah, it's just a large currant, my mum said to me, but I... No, not my cup of tea either, Tracy. You know, I must admit, dates, no, whether in dried form or, you know. But my mum and dad used to buy them every Christmas, and I used to sit there and say, "How can you eat them? Because they look horrible. I can't envision them tasting any better than what they look." Used to love these newberry fruits. Oh, yeah. I tell you what, my dad used to like, and he used to like them American hard gums, which are similar to fruit pastels, but they're hard. You know, I can't eat anything with sugar that's coated in sugar. No. I've always had this. I get goose pimples when I have anything like fruit pastels or American hard gums, or, you know, things like that. I just get like these goose pimples. I don't know whether it's because they're coated in sugar or what it is. So, and my dad used to love jelly beans, and even them, I had the same reaction with them. Pontefract cakes is basically just licorice, aren't they? My dad used to like them and all. But
Pontefract cakes.
Yeah, like little black circles of licorice. I can remember them and all. But yeah, you know, as regards, it must be you in your chair. I keep thinking I can hear Benny coming in. Oh, Tracy loves figs. Well, that's another thing that's not sort of really. Baby, Benny's scratching at door. That's something else that sort of never took me fancy. Figs.
Another fig.
Yeah.
Don't do figs.
Chocolate pinwheel. I've seen them, Mark. They're cookie, aren't they? A biscuit. But yeah, you know, I'm always on the lookout for something a bit different. Now, one of the future
jelly babies, yeah, like jelly babies.
That's one of Chris's favourites, jelly babies. You can imagine Wakey sitting there saying, "This is so and so," biting the red off. But yeah, unicorn bars, and that's like a sponge tray bake with the funfetti sprinkles in, and then you put blue icing on it and sprinkle the unicorn wagon wheel, we call them, Mark. Oh, but yeah, that's sort of another one for, you know, a future live stream. I have got the blue food colouring, but it does say on recipe that it's best. I'm trying to figure out what to make for Easter. Going out is looking better and better, but I still make a dessert. We made Easter cupcakes last night, Carla.
Absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah. Well, put it this way, Carla, there'll not be many left at the rate they're going. But next week, Easter bunny stew. So yeah, next week we're making mini egg blondies. We're sort of staying on the Easter theme for like last night and next week. Oh, thank you very much. I saw the Easter cupcakes and they look fabulous. But yeah, you know, I mean, what stood out about Tracy's more so than mine is I'd said to Tracy, I ain't got any like yellow food colouring, but I'm going to put a couple of drops of red food colouring and make the buttercream pink. Well, Tracy went one step further and actually coloured hers yellow, but it did. You know, if I've got to say in Tracy's praise, they did stand out. You know what I mean? And it put that sort of finishing touch to it that she actually coloured the buttercream yellow. So, you know, had I sort of planned ahead, I really should have got some yellow colouring. But hey ho, you know, I mean, they tasted all right. You know, I couldn't actually get the Cadbury's mini eggs, so I bought Galaxy ones. But yeah, they look good and they taste good. You know what I mean? So we're actually making blondies next week with the mini eggs. So
He's off the bed, old Mark.
Oh. But yeah, I'm surprised Callum ain't come down. Okie dokie then, Mark. Thank you for coming in all 6 of your channels. I do appreciate it. I'm surprised Callum ain't come down because no, he ain't up early in the morning, is he? Okie dokie then, Mark. Thanks for coming in. So yeah, it's all right. I'm thinking out aloud because normally on a Thursday his lessons start at 9 o'clock and go all the way through, but that's online. No, I don't think they will last long, to be honest with you, Tracy. So because he's actually going in college, they're staggering the lessons. So there's some going in at 8:45 till whatever time. And then Callum starts at 1:45. till I think about 4 o'clock. So they like doing it in like 2 phases. So Callum's not in till sort of, I think about 1:15. So we ain't got to get up early in the morning. Make sure you save me my muffins. They'll probably all be gone by tomorrow, Mark. But yeah. Yeah, the rate Callum and Chris is eating them. So yeah. Okie dokie, Tracy. She says, be right back, gonna get a cuppa. Yeah. I will make you some, Mark, I promise. I mean, they might not be the Easter ones, but I'll make you some muffins. I forgot what I was going to say now. Well, I don't know. You know what I'm like. I start a sentence and then forget what I'm going to say. Yeah. Awkward moment where I can't remember what I was going to say. Oh, she says I'm off for one now. She means a cake. So yeah, it's anything involving chocolate, and Callum's there. The funfetti biscuits that we made last week, they were all right, but he says they were too plain for his liking because they didn't have any chocolate in them. So that's sort of just Callum's attitude. He weren't all that fussed about them because in his eyes they were very plain. You know, but you can't suit everybody all the time. You know, I can't make things just to suit him. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know, the fact that you know, the chocolate cakes, and they've got butter icing and chocolate eggs on top, they were right up his alley. And you know, we can't wait till next week till I make the you know, the mini egg blondies. So because it's got white chocolate on top, it's got mini eggs inside, it's got mini eggs on top. So you know, it you know, as the saying goes, he'll be like a pig in a pigsty. You know what I mean? Tell him to make his own. That's too hard for him, Gordo. You know, he likes them ready-made for him, so all he's got to do is eat them. You know what I mean? You know, that's sort of bit
ready-made or ready for, either or.
Yeah, because I keep saying to him, this is the thing. I keep saying to him, well, why don't you help me on a live stream? But it's sort of, you know, our teenagers are, you know, sort of grunting and groaning under their breath, and you know, he just wants the finished article laid out in front of him. You know what I mean? It's too much of it, because I says to him, I says, well, if you don't want to come on a live stream, why don't you help me out on, you know, like help me film a vlog or something? But it's not that he's camera shy, it's just the fact that, you know, we can't be bothered. You know what I mean? He likes it, you know, the ready-made article, and you know, eating it. that's more Callum's things, eating it, than making it. But yeah, sort of changing the subject slightly. Everybody knows I've had a problem with my leg. And it's like all my muscles in my right leg, including my knee and everything. It's been like really, really painful. And it got to a point, I mean, I've got my canes here. I've got to use my canes in half. Now, normally I don't use my canes in half, but it got that bad sort of Monday and yesterday that I've been having to use my canes in half. Yeah, he does want his cake and eat it, Gordo, you're right. But Chris has been pouring me some of that Algicel cream on, which is a an analgesic like cream. Slightly better. It's not gone altogether, but I've sort of been sleeping with a pillow between my knees, and that's sent to ease it a little bit as regards sleeping, because that were the main concern. Is you know, the pain was that bad that I couldn't sleep, and you know, blah blah blah, and so yeah, so that's sort of slightly getting better. I'm hoping a few more days. He does, Gordo. He wants to go to the pub and get some cake. They two of his priorities. But I know sort of we weren't going to mention the C word, but this is regarding a new, or did you want to use this news article on your thing, baby? What we were reading out earlier on, did you want to use it on your news article thing about the V passport?
Yeah, you can do.
What? You want to do it on yours? Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to send it if you can find it.
Yeah. So yeah, scrap that, because Chris is going to use it on his news program on Friday. So so yeah. So we'll have to think of another subject to talk about, because Chris wants to do that on his news article on Friday. Yeah, so I don't want to step on Chris's toes, and I thought, well, you know, I'm not sort of going to blurt it out, and then Chris have to do the same thing on Friday. So you'll have to tune in to Pixie on Friday to see what I was just going to say. But hey ho. I forgot now. What can we talk about? What else is in news? Not a lot.
Well,
I says, what can we talk about that's in news? Not a lot. What were I going to say? Yeah, did anybody watch the were it on tonight? The thing with Kate Garraway and her husband, Derek.
No. What happened there?
It's one of the worst cases of the virus that the doctors have ever treated.
Oh.
Is not, well, it's sort of not in a coma anymore, but they don't know what sort of quality of life he's going to have, because it's affected him that much. And I saw a clip of it, and she did say that the doctors treating him, it's one of the worst cases that they'd ever seen of the effects of it.
Oh.
So I don't know. I think it ran at 9 o'clock tonight. I'm sure it were.
No idea.
But you know, it's like she's been put in a situation now where she might have to give up her television presenting job to actually look after him when he comes out of hospital. So I don't think she knows how long it's going to be before he comes out of hospital or what, but he's not going to be the same person he was before. And so, you know, you know, I just wondered if anybody had seen the documentary, and you know, because it were on at 9 o'clock. Obviously, I start at 9 o'clock. So, but yeah, obviously, he's been in hospital nearly a year. He's been in a coma and everything, and you know, obviously, it's something to do with his brain and how it's affected his brain, and you know, it must be horrible. Not knowing how you're going to cope, and are you going to have to pack up work to look after him, etc., etc. So nothing comes for free. Well, it does in this house, Gordo. Well, Callum thinks it does anyway. So yeah. But bless him, he is trying to get a part-time job. But there's only sort of so many knockbacks that you can get. The problem nowadays is that there's that many applying for a single job that Callum he ain't really got any experience because he's sort of gone from school to college. Yeah, my feet are cold.
I put heating on.
So yeah, so you know, and while he's written a CV out and he's done a CV,
he's applying left, right, and centre.
Yeah, there's other people that have got more experience than Callum. So
would you rather have an 80-year-old who's hardly done any work or a 30-year-old who's got 10-year experience?
Yeah, I mean, he did have an online interview, not last week, week before, for Iceland, but obviously it can't come to anything. But you know, it's like on a daily basis. You know, is applying for these jobs, but it's sort of like everything else. It's disheartening when you get knocked back so many times. You know what I mean? And it is, you know, and it's heartbreaking as a parent, thinking, well, you know, how many times can somebody get knocked back? You know, but still plodding on and still, you know, that's the one thing about Callum. He's got the work ethic. What he desperately wants, a part-time job. He don't want to be sort of relying on me and his dad. You know, he's got, you know, and believe you me, he has had some dodgy. Apply 5 times to Iceland, not had one response. Well, in that respect, then, Wake, he did well to get an interview. But it's like this, you know. He goes on all these job sites, and he must do it on a daily basis because he'll say, "Oh, when I go back upstairs, I'm going to apply for some more jobs." But it's got to be disheartening. Somebody Callum's age, you know, is trying to earn a bit of cash while he's in college. And, you know, I mean, he's had some dodgy things. You know, they want him to do a day's unpaid work. And if you're successful, we'll hire you. And I says to Callum, I says, well, it's their way of saying, well, I'll get you doing this, that, and other for nothing. And then turn around and say, oh, well, I don't think you know, I don't think you're suited to job. And then get next mug that goes in, do it same thing. And I says to Callum, I says, you know, it's their way of ripping you off. They want you a day's work out of you, but they don't want you to pay you for it.
That's how I went for a work interview for that cleaning shop, and then he said, "Oh, well, I look at you, can you come for another day? You either like me or not. Set me on now. I'll see you later."
Yeah, but yeah, you know, I mean, the job situation at this precise moment, anyway, is, you know, same as Chris says, 300 people going for one job. You know what I mean? And I says to him, I says, well, you know, in all honesty, why don't you just wait it till everything sort of got back to some normality? I says, and then it's probably, you know, because a lot of people, you know, in certain sectors, job sectors, hi, Davina, how are you?
Hello, Davina.
Some people in certain job sectors have had to be laid off, you know, because of the circumstances. I mean, I was reading an article the other day, and this is the thing. I mean, we've all heard of the Weatherspoons, you know, pubs and whatever. So apparently, but this is the first time I'd heard about it. They sacked all the workers and says, go and find another job, and as soon as we can reopen, we'll set you back on. I says to Chris, I says, you know what, I'd turn around and tell them, don't you? If I'm not good enough for you to, you know, just so they didn't have to pay them through the furlough scheme. You know, top and bottom of it is they're a big chain, but they just didn't want to pay them and not work for it, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
and basically said, you know, they didn't lay them off. They basically said, right, here's your cards, here's your P45 or whatever. Go and find another job. Yeah, right. I can pick one up like tomorrow.
Especially when half that stuff is shut.
Yeah, exactly. So it were basically left nearly all their employees up Swanee way out to paddle.
Yep.
You know, no chance of getting another job under the certain circumstances. But bye, see ya.
Don't want to be you.
Yeah, it's all wrong. All wrong.
Oh, Davida.
All right.
Well, I've got you. Oh, well, Jeanette's got you. Not this Friday. Next Friday, I'll be showing one of your videos on my Friday night live stream.
So did you get that, Davina? He says not this Friday coming, but following Friday is going to show you one of your videos.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it went a bit windy. I didn't take it away. Thank you.
But the thing is, you know how unpredictable the UK weather is. It's basically, it looked at, you know, future days weather, and is like all drone flyers. I'll get out while I can, because the next few days don't look too clever. I will have a new one next Friday, thanks.
Oh.
But it's like this, same as I said to Chris, you know, you get out while you can, because you know, you don't know when you're next going to be able to get out because of the weather situation. So yeah. But that one yesterday. Ooh. If you were in on Monday, it were getting really, really frustrated. It took him all afternoon, and he still hadn't sorted it filmed everything, but it come across this problem, it come across that problem. And even before we went to bed, and he says, I'm going to leave it running. If it ain't rendered by in morning, he says, that's it, I'm deleting it. It were getting right irritated. So I says to him, I says to Callum, I says, whatever you do, I says, don't wind your dad up. I says, because he's like a coiled spring. I says, he's set to go off any time. I says, so don't say wrong thing, don't do wrong thing. I says, because he's been trying to edit this video all day, and yeah, he still hadn't, you know, and you know, it were ready to give up on everything. You know, I'm not doing live stream, and I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing that. I've had enough. You know what I mean? He was sort of in that mindset on Monday evening.
Not doing it anymore.
Yeah. So sort of, I think by next morning he'd calm down a bit, and as look at it, it had rendered and everything. And he says, yeah, it might all be in wrong order. He says, but at least, you know, it's yeah. It was so bad today, not even the GPS was working, and it's not supposed to be bothered by snow and cold.
Clouds.
Simply clouds. It simply did not work. The drone was like a leaf, bad experience.
Oh dear. Not good.
But yeah, you know, and Chris, when he finally got it uploaded, which were the snake wood or something,
yeah.
he says, oh God, thank God for that. He says, I don't want to go through that again. He says, because I was getting right stressed out. I says, tell me about it. You know, I know when he's stressed. And that was sort of super stressed.
That's super stressed.
Yeah.
Computer were ready for going out at window. Phone were ready for going out at window. And not far behind it, drone was shortly behind window, out at window at all.
Yeah, it were getting super stressed about it. And I says, at end of day, my next door neighbour has just knocked my door in and see-through negligee, asked to borrow some sugar, winked and then asked me to come over for coffee. I says, F off, Dave, I've got to get up here. Oh dear. That was a good and Gordo. But yeah, so he's not so stressed now. He went out today, he's managed to upload it and everything, edit it without too much stress.
Except for a few little mishaps towards the end of the video.
But anyway, so yeah, so he managed it without too much stress today. But yeah, he's not one for patience, is Mr. P. You know, patience isn't his middle name.
No.
So
get angry and throw the strop is my middle name. Oh, I know what I need to do.
What do you need to do?
I need to see if we're multi-millionaires.
Yeah, probably not.
Maybe £3.
Oh dear.
Oh, we got £3 last night, didn't we?
Yeah, whoopie-doo.
We can retire on it.
Oh dear. Better than a poking eye with a mucky stick. Well, we're going to say proper thing then, what we say, but
Good idea to put the what on?
what?
Negligee.
Negligee.
Oh, negligee. Oh.
Hopefully my neighbour is not sleeping. Oh dear. Well, we'll be all right. Our next door neighbour, she's about 70 or 80. She'll be all right coming round in her negligee. Sorry, Ivy, if you're watching, but I don't think so.
No.
Oh dear.
Well, to get out for one football, I don't think you do, do you?
You're supposed to get £3 aren't you?
No, that's sorry, bonus ball. No. Boom. Oh, we're not multi-millionaires.
But yeah, be all right. Not Ivy coming round in negligee.
Already.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good we can laugh about it though, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, she's a lovely lady, don't get me wrong, but you know.
Oh, 2 numbers on Thunderball. What do we have for that?
No, I don't think.
Whoa! Tenner! Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
But you see, cause Tracy says they were well tasted after next day. But as soon as I'd shut the live stream down last night, Tracy, Chris put mine straight in fridge, and that were it till this morning. Although Callum wanted to taste one, and I says to him, I says, well, icing has got to set. So I says, you know, in morning, I says you'll be able to have one. So yeah, so you know, I'm surprised I didn't get up at crack of dawn wanting one of these muffins that I made. But anyway, you know, we did enjoy it. Oh dear.
Yeah, baby.
Better than a poking eye with a shitty stick.
Oh, you swore! You swore!
Well, that's what we normally say, but I'm not saying monkey stick because it don't sound right.
Oh, dear.
But yeah, it don't happen to people like us, dear.
No.
So yeah,
Mine.
frustration over. He's got his mojo back, and you know, normality is resumed, as they say. Oh dear! Did anybody see that that picture they reposted on Facebook?
Oh.
You.
What
When we were messing about before live stream last night.
Oh.
I don't know whether anybody's seen it because he did post it only on his wall. He didn't put it in group or anything. What the story behind it was, we were setting all table up and everything, and he bent down to do something, and his glasses went all skewiff, and he pulled his trousers up because he was losing his trousers. So, and he went, you know, we were messing about. So I says, put Callum's hat on. And I took a picture of him, you know, glasses all skewiff and baseball hat on and his trousers pulled right up to his, you know, underneath his what's-the-majigs. And he posted it on Facebook saying, yeah, something about being normal. I says, you know, I says people are going to take one look at that and think, hey, oh, has he lost his marbles or something? Because, you know, but I mean, you've got to be here to understand we were just messing about, and he was losing his trousers, and he bent down and caught his glasses, and they were all skewiff, and it were sort of a smear. Oh, but yeah, it was one of them mad moments, you know, when you're messing about, and yeah, it looked. I tell you where he looked like. Ernie, the fastest milkman in the West. That's what it reminded me of. Everybody's probably going to be taking to Facebook now and looking for it. But it was just, I mean, you can see like my bun tray were all set up on corner at table, and you can see me like laptop in shot. So it you know, I'm not lying when I was saying it was when we were setting live stream up and everything. But it was just one of them mad moments. I suppose everybody has them every now and again, you know. So I took advantage of the situation, and I took a picture. I thought, well, I'm not going to post it and get into trouble. I'll send the picture to him. Oh, she says last night I had a small one. I don't know who ended up with that big one.
No idea.
Yeah, him that's saying no idea about he's had it. So yeah, so I weren't going to post it and get into trouble. I thought, well, I tell you what, I'll send it to you. I said, if you want to publish it, you can publish it. If you don't, you don't. But yeah, he put it up anyway. But it's sort of, you know, it's sort of from being super stressed on Monday to joking about last night and taking, you know, these pictures and whatnot. You know, I could tell him, you know, we were sort of, right, that's done, like, move on from it, we'll on to the next one sort of thing. So, so yeah, he, you know, we're having a laugh and a joke. That's it. I mean, so I suppose I says to him, I says, well, I suppose if you've got false teeth, you could like, you know, put your false teeth out sort of thing, brilliant. So, oh dear. But, you know, you've got to laugh, haven't you? Otherwise you'd cry. But yeah, so we're about caught up, I think. No else to report back, really.
Yeah.
Not been as nice weather as it were yesterday.
Yeah, well, warmish. But
Yeah, warmish.
That wind that kept it cool a bit.
Yeah, and we've seen weather forecasts for tomorrow. It's going to be about 13 degrees, which, when all said and done, ain't warm, but it's warmer than it has been.
What about the wind?
Yeah. But you see, Chris has got this weather app, but it's more sophisticated than the one I've got. It'll show you wind speeds. Is there going to be any fog? Is there going to be any dampness or anything in you know, is a bit, the one that he's got is a bit more advanced than what I've just got. Your bog standard you know, how warm it is and 12-day forecast or whatever it is. But Chris has got one that's a bit more advanced than what mine is. I wouldn't say it's been lovely, Tracy. It's sort of, it's been decentish, you know what I mean? I won't say it's been warm or it's been red hot or anything like that, because Chris has actually just put our heating on for a bit, but it always does dip a bit at night. But yeah, it stayed fine. Yeah, if it wasn't for the wind, it'd be a lovely sunny day. But yeah, I mean, Chris went out and he says it's not warm, but it's not cold either.
Wakey says he's got a better weather when his knees hurt, the weather is going to be
you and me both, Wakey. But this problem I'm having with my legs, I think it's something to do with my muscles. But it don't help having a dodgy knee as well. So yeah, I mean, Chris is always checking his weather up. You know, if it's going to be nice, I'll be off, sort of thing. But
morning, if it's nice, boom, gone.
Yeah.
See ya.
What you having delivered tomorrow?
Oh crap! I can't, can I?
No, you can't.
I've got a tablet mount.
Yeah.
I'm hoping it's the right size for my 10-inch. That's what she said.
Yeah. Yeah, because he said today, like, oh, if it's nice tomorrow, I'll be going out. And then he's just said, oh, crap, I can't, because he's ordered, like, you know, like,
the little...
It's like a mount for his tablet.
Yeah, it's just a small little hook.
Yeah.
And you clip it onto your antennae things, and it's like an extension, so you can get a tablet on it.
Yeah, because what he did, he mounted his tablet on top of his tripod. Now, the Snake Woods that he went to yesterday, it was that windy where he were, it actually blew the tablet off his tripod. So that's what spurred him on to order this tripod mount thing, this tablet mount.
At the end of that video, when Joe was coming towards
you knelt down.
Knelt down and had hung the bag
just to weigh it down.
Onto the thing to weigh it down.
But yeah, so we had a bit of a mishap, and his tablet actually blew off his tripod.
Oh, we just missed him around by that much.
Oh dear. But anyway, he's ordered this mount thing for his tablet, so that's coming tomorrow. So it all depends what time that's coming. And
Afternoon.
I have a Weatherstone. If it's dry, it's sunny. If it's wet, it's raining. If it's gone, we've had a hurricane. Oh dear, that's one way of looking at it, Gordo. But yeah, if you see at Henry's video, the one like Snakewood one, is knelt down and his tablet's on the floor, and that was because it had blown off this mount on his tripod. So
I should have thought about it and lowered my tripod, sat on a rock, and then just.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah, but it's all right thinking of that as a afterthought, isn't it? Really?
I don't know what to do next time. Well,
Yeah.
There won't be next time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they fit it onto my controller.
Yeah. Right, guys, it's 1 minute past 11. We've only got 5 watching, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut it down. Join me tomorrow for Throwback Thursday. So thank you for all joining me. And again, thanks to Val for the $14.99 super chat.
Good job I've done your tax, innit? Usual tax.
So yeah, I want to thank everybody for coming in, and I'll see you on the next one. So I'll see you tomorrow evening. Bye for now.
See you later, alligators.